Hey friends, it's Pastor Fred Sullivan. I just wanted to come to you with a word about Jesus and authority for a word for today. Here in the midst of this Advent season, I am anxiously awaiting the opportunity to celebrate. But today, I am in a mode of anticipation. I'm anticipating a new authority. I'm anticipating a new order. I am anticipating a new management. Well, I'm not talking about the new presidential administration that only recently had secured the win from the Electoral College. No, I'm talking about Jesus. As I shift my hope and focus to Bethlehem, I'm looking for a Jesus who is able to make change in this world. Certainly, there's a word this morning coming from Matthew 21, verses 23 to 27, and in the New Revised Standard Version to illumine this time together, let's go to God together. When he entered the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came to him as he was teaching and said, "By what authority are you doing these things, and who gave you this authority?" Jesus said to them, "I will also ask you one question. If you tell me the answer, then I will tell you by what authority I do these things. Did the baptism of John come from heaven, or was it of human origin?" And they argued with one another. "If we say from heaven, he will say to us, 'Why then did you not believe him?' But if we say of human origin, we are afraid of the crowd, for all regard John as a prophet." So they answered Jesus, "We do not know." He said to them, "Neither will I tell you by what authority I am doing these things." We look to Jesus in this time and we anticipate the things that Jesus is coming and yet has come to do. Here in this text, as Jesus has already cleansed the temple, Jesus has already had this conversation about the fig tree, Jesus has already talked about faith, Jesus has already impugned the imperial power, and in this moment, Jesus is now again controlling the conversation. Oh, he's been speaking to some of his people, and as my professor in seminary, Dr. Lynn Westfield, said, the one asking the questions is the one controlling the conversation. The chief priests and the elders come to Jesus and they ask him, "Whose authority are you operating under to say the things you're saying and to do the things you're doing? By whose authority have you come against the power structure that exists and that has pre-existed you?" Jesus says, "Well, I'll answer you that, but you answer me this." Taking control of the conversation. Jesus is not going to be dominated today by the chief priests and the elders who have their own agenda, and Jesus will not bend his to theirs. So Jesus, in this moment, asks them a question, puts them in a difficult spot between the people and the power. Here they are unable to say that John's baptism was of heaven. Of course, why would you then not believe him? Believe what? That I am the one that John had talked about. If you say John's baptism is from heaven, then Jesus is the one you've been waiting for. But if you say it is of earthly origin, then the people would have a problem with you. And now, since John's people were, since Jesus and the people Jesus is speaking with were positive on John, now they can't let that go. So they say, "I don't know. We don't know." And Jesus says, "Well, you don't have an answer, so I'm not providing you with one." Here in this moment, Jesus is not bending to their agenda, and he is not allowing them to put theirs over his own. Here is the interesting thing. Why is this an Advent message? Because we anticipate the disruption of the powers who are dominating and oppressing the people on behalf of the negative impulses in ourselves, the negative initiatives, the evil that goes on. We are anticipating that Jesus is coming to move on our behalf and disrupt the systems that allow the wrong to continue. Every time I look at a Christmas tree, a Christmas decoration, whether it is secular or not, I'm thinking about the one I'm anticipating to come and make change, to come in and end the tyranny, to come and do justice and love mercy and walk humbly, allowing us to walk humbly with our God. We await the order. But as we turn our focus to Bethlehem, we're not just singing sentimental songs about starry nights and quiet mothers. We are looking for the wrong, for the earthly authorities, for the troubling and oppressing systems to be disrupted. Come, oh come, Emmanuel.